ازيكم يا شباب وأبطال كويت 10. النهاردة بإذن الله معانا آخر LO في المنهج وختامه مسك LO 13 اللي هو بيتكلم عن ال Energy Resources and their impact on the environment. بإذن الله هنبدأ النهاردة. السيشن بتاعتنا هتبقى خفيفة ولذيذة جدا، زي ما أنا قلتلكم آخر 2 LO هيبقوا أخف 2 وألذهم. طيب هو بيتكلمنا على ايه؟ الفوسل fuels and the carbon cycle. احنا قلنا قبل كده ان لما الفوسل فيول بيحصل له burn يبقى its carbon combines with oxygen to yield ايه؟ بيطلع لنا carbon dioxide. They are responsible for 98 of percent of the country's emission of carbon dioxide. يبقى الفوسل fuel responsible about 98% of the country's emission of carbon dioxide. The amount of carbon dioxide produced depends on the carbon content of الفيول. طيب according to the first law of thermodynamics, the amount of energy always remains constant. The amount of chemical energy consumed when a fossil fuel is burned equals the amount of energy of heat energy released. طيب يبقى fossil fuels consists mainly of hydrocarbons. They are made up of hydrogen and carbon. طبيعي hydrocarbon. طيب الكربون سايكل دي الموفمنت اوف الكربون from one reservoir اللي احنا خدناه في ال O12 to another. طيب بيقولك the atmospheric reservoir of carbon is carbon dioxide gas والبايوماس contain carbons mostly carbon in planet. طيب in the geosphere carbon is found in soil as well as in salts such as coal limestone. طيب it is found in liquids such as petroleum hydrocarbons. It is also found in as ميثان خدنا في اللي فات اللي هو الناتورال gas. The ocean is the largest reservoir of carbon found in the form of biocarbonate solid. تمام. Note photosynthesis and respiration cause most of the movement of flux or movement of carbon dioxide between the atmosphere والland والocean. The smaller red arrows اللي هي دي show the flux of carbon due to human. تمام. anthropogenic activities اللي هي anthropogenic activity اللي هي دي بتاعت البني آدمين اللي هي مع التنفس معرفش ايه، ودي مثلا طالعة من مصنع فحركة الكربون قد كذا ومع التنفس وحركة البلانتس اللي بيسحب وبياخد، فده كله ايه بيعمل لي الأنثروبوجينيك فلكس دي المسؤولة عن التصرفات بتاعة الإنسان. تمام. طيب scientists have learned that levels of carbon dioxide in atmosphere have increased about 25% in the last 150 years. Scientists believe that human activity has caused this cross. طيب this coincides with the beginning of the industrial age لما بدأنا العصر الصناعي. Increase is due to the burning of fossil fuel with deforestation. تمام. تقطيع الأشجار والبرنينج بتاع الفوسل fuels. طيب how does this affect on the earth system? Carbon dioxide طبعا is one of several greenhouse gases. يبقى these are gases that slow the escape of heat energy from earth to space. نلاقي هنا الجراف بيقول لنا الاتموسفيريك concentration اهو. هنلاقي في الاميشن الكربون دايوكسيد emission بدأت تزيد concentration بتاعها كمان بيزيد. حلو. من سنة اهو من 150 سنة لو من بداية من 1850. تمام. هنلاقيها كمان إن هي زادت أوي، بتزيد في الطالع. تمام. تمام. الكول والأسيترين. كول أنت أسيترين، طبعا الأسيتسي دي الميجر of concentration of hydrogen ions اللي هو ال H plus in an aqueous solution اللي هي الووتر. طيب concentration of hydrogen ions is important. This is because they are very reactive with other substances. And mixing acids أو البيس can cancel out their effect. يعني ال pH scale عندنا ranges from 0 to 14. A pH of 7 is natural، في النص natural. طيب less than 7 is acidic و more than 7 is basic. طيب each whole pH value below 7 is 10 times more acidic than the next higher value, meaning that the concentration of hydrogen ion is 10 times as great. For example, the pH of 4 is 10 times more acidic than a pH of 5 and 100 times more than acidic of a pH of 6. يعني كل ليفل بنعمل times 10. فهو في الأول 4 أهو. تمام. هيبقى 10 times ال pH of 5. تمام. و 10 times 10 يبقى 100 times ال acidity of pH of 6. تمام. عندنا ده ال pH value of acid and base. لو حد يوقف الفيديو وياخدها سكرين. تمام. هنلاقي هنا ال increase basic و increase acidity. وعندنا 7 natural. عندنا pure water هنلاقي 6 and a half milk. هنلاقي 5 and a half normal rain water. 5 black coffee. عندنا 4 التوميتو أو الجرابس. عندنا في 3 السوفت درينكس والفينيجر. عندنا الليمون جوس في 2. وعندنا ستوميك أسيد ما بين ال 1.5 to 2. طيب الباتري أسيد اللي هي هاف أسيد هاف يعني 0.5. طيب بالنسبة للبلاد هنلاقيه إن هو 7.5. السي ووتر 8. البيكنج صودا 8.5. السايتس والميلك السوب سوليوشن سايت والميلك اوف مغنيسيا ده هنلاقيه 10. هنلاقيه عندنا الهاوس هولد امونيا الهير ده 12 والهير ريموفر 13. هنلاقي الدرين كلينر ده 13.5. طيب البيور ووتر as a natural. تمام. it has a pH of 7. قلنا الكلام ده natural rain water is about 5.7. why? the reason is that carbon dioxide in the atmosphere dissolves the rain water. يبقى some of this dissolved carbon dioxide reacts with water to form a weak acid called carbonic acid اللي هو H2CO3. تمام. تمام. This is in addition to the serious problem of acid rain caused by silver dioxide. طيب يبقى caused by مين الacid rain serious problem sulfur dioxide. طيب the coal contain as much as 5% sulfur. When the coal is burned, the sulfur is emitted as sulfur dioxide gas. يبقى sulfur dioxide then reacts with oxygen and then with water in the atmosphere to form sulfuric acid. This is a strong acid اللي هي SO3 plus water هيديني H2SO4. Some of sulfuric acid then dissociates into hydrogen ion and sulfate ions in solution in water اللي هو هيديني ادي الهيدروجين ايون هيديني بعد كده 2 هيدروجين ايون وسلفيت تمام ايون. عندنا زي hydrogen ion reaches Earth's surface dissolve it in raindrops. تمام. تمام. بعد كده عندي بعد كده ال burning of fossil ال burning of fossil also produces nitrogen oxides gas. Producing nitrogen oxide gases. These gases react with water to form nitric acid, another strong acid. تمام. يبقى some of the nitric acid breaks down to release the hydrogen ions by a reaction similar to that اللي هو حصل في ايه في السلفuric acid reaction. طيب acid rain is especially damaging to lakes if the pH of lake water becomes too acidic from acid rain. It kills fish, insects, aquatic plants, and plankton. طيب limestone has a greater ability to neutralize الأسيد than الجرانيت. طيب if a soil upon which acid rain falls in is rich in limestone, the acid rain may be neutralized. Also, if the underlying bedrock is either composed of limestone or marble, then the acid rain may be neutralized. This is because the limestone and marble are more alkaline اللي هو البيز. This marble gravestone from 1921 is being slowly dissolved in acid rain أو by acid rain. طيب in recent years the problem of acid rain has grown ماشي because of this various technologies have been developed. يبقى their purpose is to reduce the emission of sulfur dioxide from coal-fueled electric power plants. طيب the general term of this process is flue gas desulfurization. It is also called scrubbing. Type several kinds of scrubbers are used. The most common is the wet scrubber. In the wet scrubbing, the flue gas from the power plant is sprayed with calcium carbonate solution in the form of a slurry. The SO2 is oxidized to form calcium sulfate. Scrubbers of this kind can remove up to 95% of the SO2 that is emitted from the power plant. Type scrubbers can have a useful byproduct. Certain kinds of scrubber are now in operation that produce pure calcium sulfate, low gypsum, as a byproduct. Type example, and then oil extracted from the Gulf of Suez in Ras Gharib area is desulfurized to increase the oil API and extract sulfur as a byproduct. طيب oil spills and the environment because oil is unevenly distributed مش متوزع بشكل متساوي. It must be transported by ships across ocean and by pipelines across land. طيب the massive transport of oil around the globe sometimes results in accidents. Oil spills occur when oil is transferred to vessels. تمام. As it is transported across ocean and when pipelines breaks, they can also occur during drilling operation. Like when oil spills occur in the ocean waves or ocean currents and wind often move the oil on shore. When oil reaches the coast, it interacts with sediments such as beach sand or gravel rocks and boulders. Beach sand and gravel saturated with oil may be unable to protect and support coastal vegetation. Rocks and boulders coated with oil can be toxic to coastal wildlife. Oil residue isn't only toxic but sticky. طبعا هو بيتكلم هنا عن الحادث إن احنا لو حصل حادثة ولا ممكن يحصل حادثة كبيرة فهيؤدي إلى pollution للكائنات الحية وكذلك pollution للكوست أو الساحل اللي حصل عليه كده أو البحر اللي حصل عليه كده. طيب بيقولك هنا oil spills can affect human as well. Those who inhale toxic fumes or eat fish or shellfish contaminated by oil can be ill. طبيعي انت لو اكلت حاجة مسممة او واكلة اويل او كده، ما انت كمان انت هتتعب، فأثرت كمان على الهيومن. oil that هنا عندنا الاويل that has moved from a spiral and into a pitch mixing with gravel. تمام. الديب ووتر هورزون اويل سبايل. مش عندنا هنا ال first picture shows the deep water horizon platform before the exploration. تمام. Being transported to its drilling location. The second picture shows the platform being consumed by fire after explosion. The platform saying not longer long after this. The Deepwater Horizon oil spill is the largest accidental marine أكبر حادثة marine oil حصلت spill in the history في التاريخ. It was caused by an explosion on the offshore oil platform in the Gulf of Mexico. The platform sank in about 1,500 meters of water. 2 days later, most of the 126 workers on the platform were safely evacuated. However, 11 workers were never found. 11 غير موجودين. The sinking of a platform caused crowd oil to gush out of the riser. The riser is a pipe that connects the well to at the ocean floor to the drilling type. The platform on the surface will initiate attempts to shut down the flow field. A safety device called a blowout preventer (BOP) couldn't be activated. And other series of forts, including governing the wall with a 125-ton containment dome, also failed to stop the lake. Finally, on July 2010, a containment cap was able to stop the flow of oil into the Gulf of Mexico from the gushing water well for the first time in 86 days. يعني قعدوا 86 يوم بيحاولوا يوقفوا التسريب والفلو بتاع الأويل، معرفوش لحد ما جت الكونتيننتال كاب اللي هو قدرت تستوب ات في 15 جولاي 2010. طيب shortly after cement was pumped into the wall to seal it permanently. طيب a team of government scientists has started that the final amount of leaked oil is close to 4.9 million barrels. The oil slick produced was huge طبعا. It covered as much as 25 كيلومتر سكوير. يا نهار أبيض كبير جدا. طيب this image was taken by NASA Aqua satellite on June 19, 2010. It shows the oil spreading ده كله oil spreading in a northeast direction from the leaking deep water housing well. The efforts to clean up the spill and limit that its damage included the use of fire bombs. These are U-shaped devices that are tweet behind boots and used to boil oil to control the area for safe burning. Type. This person were also sprayed on the oil. These chemicals changed the chemical and physical properties of the oil in order to reduce its potential effects. Type. Sand perms were also constructed along the Gulf Coast to capture oil from the spill. Advantage and disadvantage of energy resources. Energy resources affect the community in many ways. Some ways are positive and others are negative. ده الطبيعي. Energy resources allow you to maintain a very high quality of life. They also indirectly provide jobs for many people. Yet the use of them can have a positive uses and subtle negative impacts. One of the most abusive negative impacts is a deterioration of air quality. This is due to the burning of fossil fuel. More subtle impacts include acid rain, possible global warming, and groundwater contamination. وبس كده ال O 13 خلص. يبقى أنا كده المنهج بتاعكم خلص يا شباب يا أبطال جريد 11 جريد 10 معذرة. كده المنهج بتاعكم كله خلص الحمد لله. فده من كرم ربنا علينا إن هو خلص. بإذن الله هنقابلكم في المراجعات بقى، وللحديث مع بقية ما دمنا أحياء. بالتوفيق، وربنا يكبر بخاطركم ويوفقكم ويرزقكم التوفيق والفلاح في كل خطواتكم يا رب العالمين. دعواتكم لينا يا شباب، وشدوا همتكم. المراجعات إن شاء الله هتنزل، هتبقى تقيلة بإذن الله. ومع السلامة. سلام.